My name is Immaculate Njeru. I am the founder of Neloshan International. Neloshan is an NGO that we have formed to cater for single mothers in Kenya. Neloshan was an initiative that God laid as a burden in my heart. I moved from Kenya, I went to Canada, and as I reflected back on my life, I realized that there are many mothers in Kenya who don't have the opportunity that I had, and so I purposed that I can use Canada to raise money and to come and empower single mothers in Kenya, both spiritual empowerment and economic empowerment. Neloshan is registered in Canada, Toronto, but we are in the process of launching Kenya office to help us with the implementation. Being a single mom was like people look at you with suspicions, with skepticism, and it's kind of like you have to live a life justifying yourself, you know, because people look at you like you're not married, so how come you have children? But as time has come, many women have opted to be single. It's no longer like a snare in the society. It's no longer an issue like it's not a hush-hush issue anymore. Life in the early years of a single mom is twofold. One, my children are 5.5 years apart. So for the firstborn, it was a life of uncertainty. It was a life of anxiety. I'd never been a single mom before. I was both the mother and the father to the children. And so there was always this anxiety like, what about tomorrow? What if? You know, all those fears that every other mother has. By the time I got my second baby, I had started getting the confidence, the fact that the first one was 5.5 years, but still, as a mother, you cannot avoid being, just anxious of the unknown tomorrow. But by God's grace, I have made it to where I am. The beauty about it is that my children have been my best friends since they were small. And so I learned from the beginning to build confidence in them, and they gave their lives to the Lord at an early age. And so I taught them to know that I was not their dependency, but that they should always look to God for everything. And they missed me physically when I was not there, but they had the confidence of knowing that God was there for them.
Safari ya single mother imekuwa ngumu, lakini nataka kufanya kazi kwa bidii, kujikaza pia.
Kama mtoto anakula kitu, ni lazima ajue ile kitu mama atakuja nayo. Unaona? Kama mtoto anataka kitu kwa shule, ni lazima mtoto ajue anataka kitu na inatoka kwako. Kwa hivyo ni lazima utafute bila hii mtoto atakosa hiyo kitu.
It was more the emotional and the social side of the fact that I'm the mother and the father to the children, and I didn't know how to balance the equation of both of them, and also the fact that when I'm not at home, then the children are left alone with a worker. That was one of the biggest challenges for me.
Challenges ziko mingi. Saa zingine inaweza kuwa mtoto anataka kitu na una hiyo pesa kumfanyia. Saa zingine unapata mwisho wa mwezi umefika, una hiyo rent. Saa zingine shule fees natakikana, hakuna hiyo pesa na umepewa deadline. Hospitali pia zingine mtoi ni mgonjwa, hakuna pesa. Sasa inakuwa ngumu.
We would want Neloshan to fill in that gap of encouragement, you know, that okay, you may not see God, but He's at the background, and if you learn to look to Him and to trust Him, He will show up. On the economic side of it, we are believing God that we will be able to raise money, and as we raise money, we have identified we cannot cover every area of a single mom, but we have zeroed in into 4 areas specifically. And one of the areas that we would want to empower single moms is women and beauty. So we would like to raise money and sponsor them to go to school to do hairdressing, to do tailoring, to do beauty, and to do cookery, basically like pastry. If they can cook nice mandazis, nice scones, that kind of thing. And as we take them through formal training and as they acquire the academic skills, then we are trusting God that we'll be able to maybe empower them by giving them a small starting capital and then jumpstart them and then kick them off so that they can start doing their own small businesses.
Jobu nilianzia nilifanya kazi ya nyumba, kufanyia watu, nikatoka hapo, nikaanza kujifundisha sasa hii ya kushuka. Kujifundisha nilipojua, nikaona at least inanipeleka vizuri. Sababu nilifanya nikasomesha watoto.
Kazi nilianza tu hapa Kenyatta Market. Mwanzo nilikuwa nafundishwa hapa. Kumaliza nikiajiriwa kidogo. Alafu ndio sasa nikaanza kazi hapa.
Ni Mungu sio mimi. Kwa maana hata sasa nyumba nalipa na wanunulia chakula, wanataka uniform, wanataka ni kila kitu wanataka.
Mama wanafaa wafanye kazi na bidii, wasikufe moyo. Wakianza kitu wafanye kwa bidii, sio ati wanaona wameanza biashara haileti pesa wanaona sawa wanakufa moyo.
Mimi naweza kuambia wafanye bidii, watafute kama business ndio naweza kuwasaidia.
What I would tell the single moms is that being a single mom is not a lid on your head that you stay there and you stay covered. There is a world that's ahead of them. We have many people, many children of single moms who have made it. And they have made it because that single mom refused to be tied down to, oh yeah, attitude. And so we want to tell them, you can make it with God on your side. You can make it because, again, I'm stressing on using my testimony. If God has done it for me, God is not a respecter of people. He will do it for them and He can do it for them. And so for me, the emphasis is most for them to trust God and to learn to trust that He actually is able and He will pull them through. This vision that I have is birthed by God. God cannot birth in you a vision that He cannot back up. And so my eyes are up to God to provide the finances. God uses anybody. For me, my strategy is that we shall write project documents. We will write to everybody and anybody, whether it's at the individual level, whether it's at the corporate level, whether it's at the parastatal. We are planning to write project documents and appeal to people. And as people buy the vision for Neloshan, it will be easy for them to give.